Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Epokk and today I will be playing Surviving Mars. Now, the reason that I'm playing Surviving Mars is for a very simple one. I got for free on the Epic Games Store. Now you can also get it for free until October 17th, so be sure to get to the launcher and unlock it on your account. Even if you don't really care about it, just be sure to do it because you might change your opinion about it later. Now, this is only the base game, there won't be any DLC. So I'm gonna be playing the game right now, and this way you can just see what it's all about, if it's something you really want to install or not. Let's just have some fun. Now, the mission setup. Now let's start immediately. So we can choose 5 things over here. Now this is, by the way, made by Paradox Games. Now they make really great games, especially the one with the turn-based mafia game that's coming up in spring 2020, which his name is escaping me now, but they make really great games. So this one is also one, and this was very well reviewed back in the day when it came out, so yeah, it should be good. Now let's just go for the mission sponsor. Now the mission sponsor apparently does different things. Now I am just going to pick a random one. The Church of the New Ark. Birth rate is doubled. Religious traits. Yeah, no thanks. We can just take random now. I'm not gonna read them all because I'm lazy and I don't want to have this take way too long. But I think India seems pretty good with the old building costs reduced by 20, and we're gonna be building a lot. So yeah, let's just go for that. Now the commander profile. Yeah, I also already went through a tutorial, so I kind of know what the game is about, so you won't see me struggle the entire time, though you will probably still see a little bit of that. Okay, drones are optimized to work. Now the drones, the game is actually... Okay, so let's just go for the logo. Now I already saw one that I really knew I wanted, so there are multiple ones. Now I would normally take Serenity because, I left, and the movie Firefly, great movie. Why did they stop that? Damn you, Joss Whedon. But I saw Brussels sprouts. Now, if you watch this, you may know that I am Belgian, so I kind of feel like I need to take this. Now, random, this is pretty much the storyline, but I think it's just mainly just what they're gonna throw at you. So let's just start with easy, because why not? Game rules, there are no rules. Perfect, let's go with next. And here you can take all kinds of stuff. Now let's just go over these just to give you a little bit of an idea. So there are in these kind of games, so this is pretty much an RTS. So there are, instead of starting with like in an Age of Empires with villagers, you get drones. Now these drones, they pretty much build everything, and there's no warfare so far I know. So yeah, and these are the RCs. Now the RCs are pretty much like the Mars rovers kind of guys. So we have one that transports commands on repairs drones. The other one is just mainly for exploring stuff, and the other one is just for gathering resources. It does it better and can go longer distances. Because drones, they only work as far as the Wi-Fi stuff works. And concrete, metals, food, polymers, and all that stuff is pretty much just your run-of-the-mill, things you need for crafting and feeding people and stuff like that. And the orbital drobe is just, reveals underground deposits. So now there are also prefab hubs. Now you can not make all the buildings from the get-go. So I saw there, it kind of recommends a few automatically, so that's pretty awesome. So I'm just kind of tempted to just go with these two. I'm gonna reduce the moisture vapors, and there's a drone hub. I don't think I need that because I'm with India, or no, in Inventor. So yeah, bonus tag, but there's also research stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to get the fuel refinery. Okay, so let's just get started and let's figure it out. So I'm not gonna be messing around too much. Now this is where you can just pick your colony, and you just want to have one with the things in the top, with the resources maxed and the threats pretty low. So is there a perfect place? You can also just use one of these fixed ones. Okay, so this one seems pretty fantastic, so let's just go there. It does have some dust storms. Let's just not do that. Okay, over there, that's pretty wild. So our biggest trouble are dust devils, there's meteors, cold waves. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Dust storms contaminate all field buildings, and dust devils contaminate buildings in their area of Martian sand. I don't know, let's just start. Let's just start. So yeah, the big idea behind the entire game is that you just use your drones, you create some kind of setup where you collect yada yada yada, where you can collect energy, where you collect electricity, water, oxygen, and afterwards food. Now for building items you need polymers and metals and stuff like that, all the good stuff. Now let's just, is this actually, so you can actually just pick out of which one you start, but these are all unexplored. Now you can just drop your orbital probe if you don't really want to start here. Now this one looks okay. I just hope there is some water nearby. Now let's just immediately play with orbital probes. Yeah, so that's what we want. We want one with water. So now let's just drop our rocket right in the middle of that, and let's just immediately say, so we can have a very the orbital probes actually just scan the area very immediately, while the slower part, this just starts scanning stuff in very slowly. Let's just do the flat areas, because let's be honest, I'm not going to be facing any, I'm not going to be climbing mountains. Now, okay, so we have our little RC commander over here, and these are our drones. Don't they look cute? They look so funny. So this guy is mainly the commander, if you wish. So let's just move him over here, and let's start creating some stuff. Now we're gonna want a drone hub, because that is gonna be mainly boosting our Wi-Fi symbol. So the drones won't function outside of this circle. Maybe I'm gonna place it a little bit different, so the concrete stuff is in there. So this is concrete, those two little yellow parts, and this is our water, of course. And this is an anomaly that an RC Explorer can analyze most climate. This will give, some items, some stuff, some whatever. It's always a surprise. So now let's just start with getting some electricity. Now you get electricity through solar powers, wind turbines, and stuff like that. We have a Stirling generator prefab. So let's just use that. And of course we need to connect everything with wires. So let's just do that. Now, there are multiple things we can use. So there is over here, we can put our little concrete guy. Let's just spin you around, and there we go. Now I will need to connect this guy to our little power line. Come on. So that's going to be a lot of power, but we're going to be welding all our stuff along that road. Now, because we have a solar panel, and because it also becomes day and night in this, even on Mars, so let's just drop down some batteries, so we also have electricity during the night. Now I pause the game. Now you can go, for normal, fast, and fastest, so we can speed everything up later on. But just let's get some stuff working. Or yeah, we can just already go play and drones can create that stuff over there. Now we have moisture vaporize. So the moisture evaporator, yes, produces water from the atmosphere. So that's pretty awesome. So he's going to be creating water for us. Now water is pretty important, like always. You can also place an extractor over here, but I don't know. Maybe we can do this later. Because I feel like I'm already building a lot of stuff. Now the prefabs are the best to do because they don't really rely on resources. Now let's just place some depots over here. So these are mainly just places that, you know, that is gonna house our materials. So there we go. Now we can ask for additional rockets. Now the idea is that you can get a supply pod, which is not that, it's just 10,000 kilograms that comes down with limited funding. And you can have a cargo, well, you just another rocket, which is probably going to be slow, but you can also get some new stuff. So that is pretty awesome. Now I do really want to transport and explore for those anomalies, but those already take a lot of kilograms. Now what we also really gonna want, especially since I kind of try to do a lot of stuff really fast, I want some more drones. That's what I always do in RTS. I also always want more villagers or NPCs or whatever, just to boss around, because it just gets everything going much quicker. Now I'm gonna probably need some polymers. I knew that from the tutorial, and I'm probably gonna want some, I don't know, I don't really see myself getting this early on. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, so let's just get some more polymers, since I won't be getting any other stuff unless there's a pretty cool prefab. Yeah, so those things are in drones, in domes, excuse me, electronics and machine parts, and a polymer, yeah, with water and fuel, but I still need to get that up, so let's just get me some more drones and launch that guy. Now there you can send these drones back up, these shuttles back up, but you need some fuel for that, so let's just do that immediately. Now fuel refinery, so that's another prefab, that's pretty awesome, and we're just going to drop with pipes this into this. Okay, thank you. What was I doing? Pipes. Okay, so that's all great. So we have some materials over here, for example, like a metal deposit, and that's something our transport guy can do. Outside our little Wi-Fi range. Now the drones can actually still do this, but outside, when there are some more deposits around, then our transporter can do that pretty much automated. Now oxygen can be extracted from the atmosphere by Moxie. Now Moxie is just mainly that, just creates oxygen, so that is going to be needed for the domes, but let's just focus on getting these things up. Now I want to go for a lot more yeah, I want some more water, so let's just go over that, and this is gonna take a lot of pipes. There we go. And we're gonna also need some more electricity. Yes, we also need a place to dump our, our waste pretty much. So waste rock. So that's pretty much okay. Now leap forward. So it often gives these kinds of choices to the game. After the touchdown initial busy hours, you allow yourself a couple of hours to read the top secret Picard folder that has been lying on your safe for a while. Yeah, so now I just need to pick whichever without knowing which one I'll get. Okay, so let's just, I don't know, Mohole. No clue what it is. Now the other rocket is almost here, so that's gonna boost a lot of stuff. We still need to go for research. Now research is pretty slow, to be honest, in the start, but when you get some villagers, or well, settlers or whatever they're called, it will go a lot faster. Now let's just go for, oh yeah, so drone hubs no longer require power or maintenance. So you pretty much only need drone hubs for their Wi-Fi symbol. Now water reclamation seems pretty good. I am going to go for the upgrade, pretty much. Now you can also queue some others, but I'm not going to do that because I want to see what we get by the time we reach the other one. So now we're just gonna be building. This little extractor is already working without that range. Our other rocket has arrived, so let's just dump him, I don't know, over here. I never know where to place these things. And I think we had a meteor over here. Now I wonder if this is something we can actually do. Right. So we have our few other RCs. Now this explorers, this one is going to scan the anomaly. The RC transport is the one that actually gathers stuff for us, which is awesome. And we're going to get him. Now, I would prefer this to be outside our range, but I don't really see any metals at the moment. Except all the way over here, maybe? No. There are very few metals around here. So there are some metals over here, so I'm just gonna have our transport guy. He's gonna make his a trade route, and he's just gonna go load some stuff up, everything he can find, and he's just gonna unload it over here. And now he can just automate that, so he can do it all by himself, and I don't have to micromanage it. It's pretty awesome. So everything is working. Is our explorer guy working? No. Okay. So now we're working. Now we have some low storage and buildings not working. Why are you not working? Do you need more? Yeah, he's just gonna need some more electricity. Now I think electricity is gonna be mainly our biggest issue at the start. So I'm gonna put some wind turbines down. Now wind turbines are pretty awesome because they actually work constantly, which is great, but they apparently also need a lot more maintenance. Maintenance is pretty much, well, what it does, what it says actually. The drones are gonna be spending a lot more time on them. Now the fuel from the fuel refinery is actually going to refill our rockets, and we can just fill up and then we can just send back. Now if you make stuff on Mars, you can send it back and we probably get something back, but I don't know what. Now I do still need to make a sensor tower. Now sensor towers are pretty much only for exploration stuff. So let's just queue these two things so it's constantly working. And we are gonna make our sensor tower. Now I do seem like we're getting a few meteors. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything special. Now there is also a priority system. Now if you change the priorities, then the drones will start quickly, you know, well, servicing that building, so it will create it faster, and you know, maintenance will be more important. Same thing with when domes are created. And talking about domes, let's just build one. Yeah, he's right. We actually need to make some oxygen first. Now the oxygen, let's just do that. Now I also want a little bit of, you know, I want some stock, pretty much. So we're gonna have some tanks going around. Now you have some pipes. What the hell is your problem? So now we're gonna have some pipes. So this is mainly gonna be our stock. Our explorer can probably start doing that one. And let's just see if they're still scanning. Which, okay, that's good. So now you see our little explorer thing actually just also noticed that there is water and concrete over here. Now these are just pebbles. Kind of just seeing if, you know, you can see stuff before the explorer function worked. So now the game is telling us that we should get started on our domes because we're, you know, pretty much there. So let's just drop down a dome. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it down over here. I want it closer. So yeah. Okay, so now we're just gonna be building our domes. Did you feel that? No, not yet. Okay, so now we're just gonna have our pipes connected. Now that way it will have electricity and water and oxygen, so that's good. Now let's see what the anomaly gives. Now blah 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 reduces the cost of robotics tax by 10. That's okay. There is still no anomaly yet. Now the game is pretty great actually so far. I'm just trying to rush through it just to have this video not too long. Though I do feel like, you know, I haven't experienced any threats yet. So normally you have an enemy, actually. You have something to fear, like when you're playing Age of Empires or stuff like that. You're actually afraid of, I don't know, an enemy. Or if you're playing that that game that's escaping my name, where you have to build a city in the cold around an engine, a warmed furnace. So then you actually have something to fear, something to be afraid of, and you know, to be worried about. And kind of do feel that we're lacking a little bit. But you know, it's still early to say, so it might just be me, you know, jumping the barrel or whatever it's called. So now the drones are just going to build this. So this is a high priority. Now I just do hope they have everything they need. I don't really want to ask another supply post, so. Now you can also control the drones pretty much, which is pretty cool. So now let's just see if there are different kinds of materials that he can collect. I don't see anything. Yeah, normally you do have a little bit more metals in the area, which is probably gonna give me a few problems in the near future. So over here we have underground deposit for metals, but we do need to get some metal extractors because it's underground. So you know, it's not a big problem, but we just need to get it fixed in the near future. So this guy is creating his concrete. Now I probably should have made a deposit for concrete next to it. Seems like a very logical thing, to be honest. Now let's just, I'm probably don't need it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna make a second concrete guy over here somewhere. And this is also gives us a little bit the opportunity to just show you what it can do. So this guy, like I said, is mainly pretty much our our Wi-Fi boost or whatever. So normally they should start building because, well, I tell them to. Now, maybe our because they don't have any metals and they don't really want to go outside, even though they would be able to do it. So yeah, they don't really want to, jump Wi-Fi. He's really stuck to this little RC commander. So yeah, and now they actually also need machine parts. Now, what we can do with this guy afterwards is we can just make a transport route. So every time this concrete guy drops some stuff, then we can just throw it over there. Come on. Because obviously we are lacking a little bit concrete production over here. Now our RC Explorer can also just go back over here and do this anomaly stuff. Okay, so that was a very big crater. So we are getting some meteor stuff in here. It's pretty cool actually. I think we need to focus on the flat area, so let's just not really bother with the mountain ranges because, Well, technically there would be more. Okay, so it actually just says here that you can find more metals. Okay, so you actually should just really check that. First. Okay, so the anomaly has actually given us access to more tech. Maybe soil adaptation. No, that was already there. Okay, so we actually automatically give it. So we have some low G engineering and also, oh, here's you can find the mohall. Extracts metals, rare metals, and waste rock without the need of a deposit, while heating the surrounding area. That is pretty cool, actually. So you can actually just get access to very late tech very early, like we did. It's pretty cool, but you still need the resources, and that's 240 machine parts, 80 metals, and 320 concrete. Well, you can get that to shuttle, but I'm not really sure how doable that is. We need We need some concrete. Let's just go get some. Okay, so our dome is made. So now we can actually just build, well, oops. So now we can actually just fill this up. So we have our living complexes. That's pretty important. We need them a place to live. Now, but they're also gonna come over here to work. No freeloaders in this town. And that's that. So we're also going to want something to eat. I always keep forgetting where it is. Counters crimes by renegade security set. Okay, because why not? We are going to need a hydroponics lab. That's pretty much what I was looking for. But you need to build it inside a dome, even though it's not under the dome buildings for some reason.
Research complete.
And let's just do that. And then the people, and then you can also build some other stuff. So you can all the kinds of domes, and you can build multiple domes and connect them with passages. Now I don't think I'm gonna get that far. But you can also get some playground and stuff like that, but you won't get that on your first ship. Mostly of the time it will be, you know, just explorers and stuff like that. Now you do also need to give them a place to rest and relax, and fancy cocktails and because stuff like that. You also need to give them a grocer, so they have a place to get their food. And then we can get pretty much a passenger rocket. So now we're just gonna buy a rocket, and then we can choose. Now, automatically it will give you the applicants, but we're gonna filter it down because there are a few things they don't want. So in here you can see immediately in age group you don't want any children, no seniors. We just really want the explorers on this specific first ship. Now specializations are pretty important. So scientists will do more research, your tech tree will go a lot more. The engineer will do work in factories, but and geologists have their other things, botanists also for the food and stuff like that. So there are special things. Now I don't want no specializations. I only want specialists. I do think that's very important, especially in the start. Now there are many things you can choose. So you can say only men, only women for some reason. I don't know. Perks like enthusiast, party animal, nerd, sexy. Greatly increased birth rate. Makes sense. And flaws and quirks. So that's pretty much. So you can really play with this. So specializations, scientist, for example, he wants more gaming and less shopping. And perks, for example, the enthusiastic guy. Oh no. Well, the gamers will want more gaming. So you kind of also need to choose your buildings and stuff like that. Based on those things. And you can also make dome specified only for mining and only for research stuff, and so then you can also just filter on the colonists on its own. So yeah, now our ship can leave back for Earth, so he can go. Bye bye.
Research complete.
Now let's just get some more active research going. Now the fungi seems pretty cool thing to get. Now same thing here, scientists and botanists have plus 10 performance, which is pretty awesome. Now I don't really think these drone swarm is important for me, but you do want to do it because as you can see, you always unlock the next part, so kind of are also forced to get these kinds of things. So I'm just picking some random ones. And we are getting there. Oops. So now we just have to a little bit wait for our passengers to get over here. Now we have 12 passengers with some food. But we do want some stuff to get, working before we do something. Yeah, so he needs to get. So that needs to get built, so we're just gonna get our transporter and he's just gonna... How much concrete does he have? Not that much. So let's just come get some... Okay, so obviously concrete is a very sought after thing, so actually getting that other concrete thing up is pretty important. So now let's drop that down over here. There are some anomalies, so I really should get the explorer working so he can go over there. Now we have some more concrete over there. There are even more anomalies. I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest. Is this so you can actually just... Oh, so you can actually send expeditions crew members. That's pretty cool. But I'm not really gonna bother with that right now. So now you can go back over here and you're gonna make... Now that the concrete thing is up, you're gonna get me a transport route all over the place. Now I'm gonna want a lot more electricity because we're gonna have a lot more buildings, so we're gonna need a lot more electricity. I keep misclicking. Why am I misclicking constantly? Alright, because I'm a noob. So that's our electricity now. Let's land our passengers and let's see what they bring before we finish this little video. So there we have it. Here we have our few guys, and they're just gonna come living inside our little dome. Now we of course have a new beginning. Now it's very important that your society keeps living, because otherwise the game is over, which is pretty logical. So they bring a little bit food with themselves so you can get yourself started, but it's really important that the food stuff gets started. But yeah guys, that is pretty much the really quick start. That is pretty much it. So now the entire idea behind this is actually that you just get more domes up and running, you get more buildings up and running like most of the RTS games, and just really go for a thriving society on Mars. So there is still a lot to do, so you can expand your base more, you can get more extractors, get some factories up and running, which of course all bring their own little difficulties, and you can also get some more tech unlocked, living complex, build some more different rooms, infirmary, diner. It's a lot to play around with, just to create that perfect little haven. Even get some garden areas up and running, and a little statue of yourself in the middle. Okay, so let's just end the video here because this video is already way too long. But anyway guys, biggest thing is, either if you don't like it, still get it for free on the Epic Games Store. Be sure to unlock it even in case you change your mind later on. So just do it right now because you only have until the October 17th. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya!